Arriaga, and I have another juicy lesson on either achieving your goals or goal manifestation, whatever you call it, doesn't really matter. So you see in this slide, pretty much familiar, and the main takeaway from this most important piece of information is look at the left as your fight, flight, or fright response. These are actually, I shouldn't even call them responses. These are reactions. You want to avoid that. And instead, look at the right as stop, think, and respond. So you're either on the left, fighting, flighting, running away, or freezing because you're frozen from something that's happened. But you want to control that, and you want to go to the right, which is stop, think, and react. You choose the response. So you're no longer going to be saying, she made me feel that way. He made me do this. It's my boss's fault. I look at my bank account, I look at the external results, and my life stinks. It sucks because of this. It's not because of that. It's because of your thinking. And if your thinking is thinking, you're going to have unfavorable results. So we want to condition ourselves that regardless of what's happening on the outside, I'm going to focus on the inside, because if I want things to change on the outside, I have to change things on the inside. I have to change the way I think, the way I feel, and the way I act, which is a response. If you're familiar with Dr. Joe Dispenza, he'll say that every day we have between 60 and 70 thoughts. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that we're actually thinking. A lot of it might be mental activity, but every day, today, by the end of today, when you wrap the day up, you'll have between 60 and 70,000 thoughts. 90 to 95% of the thoughts that you have today are the same ones you had yesterday. So it basically means that you're reliving your life over and over again. Not only is that bad enough, but here's the next level. Between 60 and 75% of those thoughts are all negative. They're self-defeating. They're not empowering. They're making you feel less than. They're making you feel you're inadequate. You're not enough. You're not good enough. You're not tall enough. You're not white enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not the right skin color. Whatever it is, these thoughts are unfavorable and they're not helping you. So when I say that and I've said it in the past, when I say that you have a negative attitude, it's not what you typically think, that you have a bad attitude. And the way, in the context most people mean it. The context that I'm saying that you have a negative attitude, a bad attitude, means that you're not controlling your thinking. And so your attitude or your self-image is a conglomerate of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. So when I say your attitude is negative, that means that you're allowing the outside, you're allowing the circumstances, you're allowing the present conditions to determine and dictate how is it that you're going to feel. And you don't want to do that. That's not working for you. That's not serving you. Instead, you want to take your energy and you want to focus on, what do I want? And that's where the work comes in. It's a lot of work, a lot of energy that's required for you to constantly stay at a level where you're thinking and you're feeling and you're acting based on what you want. And so the next slide, which is the one that I talk about a lot, is the blue dot represents where you are. This is where you are today. These are my current circumstances, my current results, my current conditions, and that is a result of the way you were thinking in the past. If I don't like things, if I want to change them, I want to upgrade them, enhance them, up-level them, then I'm going to have to change the way I think, the way I feel, the way I act. And this is the red star, your North Star. So you're constantly thinking, what is it that I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to have? And then the fuel behind that is, why do I want it? You have to figure out, why do I want it? Is it because I want financial peace for me and my family? I want a better life for me and my family compared to the life that I grew up with. So whether you're running towards something or running away from something, you need some type of why power that's going to keep you going, especially when you don't feel like the results are happening. So you keep thinking and feeling and acting the way you want to behave. So this is where you wake up in the morning, you go to sleep at night, and you're thinking, what is it that I want? And you're ignoring the outside circumstances. Again, your attitude, having a good attitude, having a favorable attitude, consists of, I am on that frequency. I am at that energy level where I'm thinking and feeling and acting and doing based on what that person would be doing. So when I talk about the 1% better every day, is you're doing between 3 and 6 things every single day, yes, on weekends too, every single day that are alignment with the person that you need to become, which is alignment with the thing that you want to have. So if I think about, for example, all right, I want to earn $1 million a year. So what would a person who earns $1 million a year do? Today's a Sunday, do on a Sunday? Well, they've got these good habits. So they would make sure that they start off thinking with their an alignment with their goals. What is it that they want? They would think about what are the deliverables for this week. They would think about what things do I need to read to make sure that I'm staying on that frequency, on that channel, on that level of awareness that's aligned with the person that I want to be. They would be thinking about what are 3 to 6 things that I can do today that are bold, that require action, and they force me to operate outside my comfort zone. So you're thinking about what are the few things that I want to do today. They don't have to be monumental things. Let's say, for example, if you want to write a book, can you write one freaking sentence today? Can you at least commit to completing a paragraph today? You don't have to write a page. Just write a line. If you want to get into the habit of gratitude journaling and you're stuck in terms of, well, I can't do it, can you just write one freaking line that says, here's what I'm grateful for? And one of the other things that I would highly encourage you to do is find somebody that you can influence, that you can do something for, and you know that they cannot do something in return. Just give. This is the law of cause and effect. And so by me doing this thing, I'm causing something. I'm putting something in motion. By me doing something for that person, I, by universal law, will get something in return. It doesn't have to come from that person. It usually doesn't. And that's why I'm saying pick somebody that can't do something in return. But the way these universal laws is that you're going to get something in return. Some serendipity, some synchronicity, something nice is going to fall on your lap, but you need to take action. So you want to get into the habit of, like the good book says, it is in giving that you receive. Get into the habit of every day doing something for someone that you know cannot do something in return. That would be a great habit to establish. And again, as I look at this North Star over here, you're thinking and feeling and you're taking actions that are aligned with the person that you want to be tomorrow. In terms of neuroplasticity, this is neuroplasticity. All I'm doing is as I close my eyes and I imagine what it would feel like, what that person would do, I'm creating a synthetic experience. And what that basically means is I'm taking these neurons, I'm creating new connections, new circuits, and I start to use another one of my 6 intellectual faculties. Imagination is one of them. It's memory. I'm actually memorizing my future. I'm starting to think about how does that person think? How does he feel or she feel? How do they act? What are the behaviors? And by doing this over and over and over again, before you know it, I start to behave like that automatically. I'm creating a memory of my future. As opposed to, remember, I said, Joe Dispenza says every day you have 60, 70,000 thoughts. 90% of those are the same ones you had yesterday, and 80% of those are negative thoughts. So you want to replace those, remove those, and instead channel your energy toward your goal. Channel your energy toward what it is that you want to be, do, and have, and channel your energy to what are the behaviors of that person. In case, because I know some of you every once in a while will ask this question, in case you're saying, well, Rich, I don't know how that person behaves. Go to the library, pick up a book. Go to Google, pick up a book. Pick up an article, talk to somebody who has the results that you want, and ask them, what are some of your daily behaviors? And start doing what they're doing. Success always leaves clues. So when you look at successful people, it's not difficult to find what it is that they're doing. All of them have something in common, and that commonality is that they have these habits of focusing on what they want. They don't allow the current sets of conditions, circumstances, and results deter them from their dream. They know what they want. They know they're going to get there. They don't have to know how they're going to get there. They just simply know, this is what I want. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm going to set some goals. I'm going to set some timelines, and then they're going to be aggressive. But I might be wrong. But when I say wrong, that the only thing that I mean by that is maybe it take a little bit longer. I might take less time, but I'm not wrong in terms of what I want or the fact that it's going to happen. It will happen by law, by universal law. You just have to do your part. And again, your part is holding your image, think, feel, act the way that person, that future version of you thinks, feels, and acts. Start taking actions every day, and it's just a matter of time that you will have what you want, your dream and your desire. It happens by law. And if you're saying that Rich, I've been doing this thing and I'm not seeing the results, it's either A, you're not doing it entirely correct. B, you're kind of thinking between both frequencies. 1 minute, this is what I want, but then I keep going back to, it's not going to happen for me, so that's why it's not working. And you probably haven't given it enough time yet. And so I'll stop there. Again, this is Rich Arriaga. Go listen to my other videos. Keep connecting them together. Keep applying them. And before you know it, you'll do whatever it is that you want. Have a great day.